Tisztelt egybegyűltek, hölgyeim és uraim, dear ladies and gentlemen, I would like to welcome everyone here. Half of it will be English, half of it will be Hungarian, so I apologize if I can't really, I'm not a synchron translator, but I will try my best. I can't emphasize it, how important it is today that we are all here and we remember of the heroes of 1956. That we are being here today, it shows that their sacrifice is not going to be forgotten. The people of Hungary rose against the tyranny of the Soviet Union in 1956. Ordinary people had enough of this tyranny. They wanted freedom of speech, they wanted economic reforms, and they wanted the Soviet troops to be out of Hungary. Today we are here to remember of these heroes of 1956. And we are going to tell stories about 1956, how the events unfolded, and how it went generally. Szóval most tulajdonképpen mi 1956-ról fogunk beszélgetni, mi történt 1956-ban, és megemlékezünk. Az első felszólalónkat kérném fel, Demeter Györgyöt Felvidékről, ő fog nekünk egy történetet előadni.
Én szerintem lassabb. Ez érdekes lesz most így mikrofonnal. Tisztelettel üdvözlök itt mindenkit, barátot, ismerőst, lányokat, fiúkat. Amikor Szilvike csütörtökön felkért, hogy szóljak egy pár szót, hát megmondom őszintén, egy kicsit pánikba estem, mert 2-3 nap alatt felkészülni egy ilyen jeles ünnepségre, megemlékezésre nem egyszerű. De mivel van nekem egy nagyon jó barátom, akire mindig is számíthatok, fel is hívtam, és hát segített. És a kezembe juttatott egy verset, amit úgy meggyőződésem volt, nem nagyon ismer senki közülünk. Én megmondom őszintén, én sem ismertem. Egy Moson szentpéteri hölgy, egy Erdős Anna nevezetű néni, aki a ott környéken lévő hősi halottakra emlékezik ezzel a verssel, és egyértelműen az összes hősi halottunkra. Ez a vers nem származik óriásainktól, tehát egy ilyen kicsit ilyen, nem akarom dehonestálóan mondani, de ilyen egyszerű kis vers, de annyira szép, annyira megvilágítja azt az érzést, azt a lelki állapotot, ami akkor Magyarországon uralkodott, hogy most ezt szeretném elmondani és megosztani veletek. Erdős Anna, a túlélők mindig emlékeznek. Én gyerekkoromban láttam a beszolgáltatást. Géppisztollyal szembenéző apám bánatát, még lesöprik előtte a padlásról a gabonát. Láttam apámat ökölbe szorult kézzel állni, némán. Én láttam az örömkönnyes, felszabadult embert, ki harcra kész volt, s a vörös csillagot leverte, ki a himnuszunkat boldogan énekelte, hogy eljött a szabadság édes madara érte. Én láttam a tanárom büszke mosolyát, hogy magához ölelte minden diákját, hogy a vörös csillagot keresztre cserélte, s nem félt, hogy börtönt kap cserébe. Én láttam elbukásod, ó szent forradalom, menekülő áradatot utcáinkon, barátaink távozó, síró zokogását, életüket mentve, földet csókolva hagyták el a hazát. Én láttam a tankok hosszú sorát, én hallottam rázkodni tőlünk iskolánk ablakát, orosz katonák keresték a Szuezi csatornát, tankok hada szántotta fel falunk főutcáját. Ó, mi megszenvedett éveket zártam a szívembe. Mi nehéz volt gyermekként barátaim elvesztése. Mi nehéz volt az élet reményt vesztve, s talpra állni megint mindent előről kezdve. és a szent hősök most is bennünk, köztünk élnek, hősei a szent forradalom eszméinek, értük lobban most is a gyertyalángja, áll dicső emlékezetükre az utókor állított kopjafáján. Köszönöm szépen!
Nagyon szépen köszönjük ezt a gyönyörű verset. It was a beautiful poem for our Polish friends. Second talker is going to be Jurek Byczynski, leader of the Polish Patria Fidelis, thank you. And I would like to give him the microphone now.
Thank you very much. It's a great honor for me to be speaking to you here again. I was just counting for how many years have we been fostering and working on this Polish-Hungarian friendship here in Hungary, here in London, between our organizations. It's not 1 year, not 2 years, but it could be almost 6 or 7 years. That's when I met Thomas, who is not here with us today, unfortunately, but he's doing his very important patriotic job, raising his children, as you all know, which is one of the most patriotic things that you can do. So if Thomas will be listening to any of the videos from today, I hope that he will hear my congratulations to him. Thomas, all the best to you. I am very happy that the Polish and the Hungarian flags are right here next to each other. It's a sign of a friendship that's stronger and longer than any of us can imagine, and it will be longer than any of us will live. It's something that's in our DNA. We feel it with passion, this friendship. And 1956 was one of those dates where our two countries and our two nations suffered under the most horrible totalitarian system that enslaved our two nations. What we love and what connects us is the struggle for freedom. Our two nations were hurt, and the freedom was always some forces. They always wanted to take it away from us, but we have never given up. And communism was supposed to last for hundreds and thousands of years, and our nations were supposed to be enslaved, but we said no. The Poles protested in Poznań and were brutally put down. The Hungarians protested in 1956 and were brutally put down, but they put out a beautiful struggle. And it is always so great for me to read these books and these articles about what happened in 1956, and our country could not come to aid. We couldn't send any of our soldiers, we couldn't send a major support for you, but we did whatever we could in these difficult circumstances. We collected blood and sent it to Hungary, we collected money. And I remember I read this book that there were these boxes for collecting money in various places in Poland, and it said for our Hungarian brothers and sisters. And one of the person that was counting the money afterwards, they opened it, and then they saw a lot of letters there inside, not just money, but letters. And many of these letters said, "We wish we could help you. If we could, we would take weapons and go to Budapest and stand up with you and fight for freedom, but we cannot. We apologize. We are sorry that we as the Polish nation cannot help you more, but maybe this will help you, and some money." And another beautiful letter was from a little girl, Katarzyna, that was 6 years old, and she wrote there, I'm giving you money, but this money was from my mother, so I could buy a teddy bear, but I'm not gonna buy that teddy bear. I'll put that money for you, my Hungarian friends. So this is the spirit that these young and old had, and I think it is something absolutely beautiful. May I also welcome here a special guest that is hiding here a little bit, a Polish war veteran, Sergiusz Papliński. We are so happy that he is with us here today. Sergiusz Pawliński turned 90 years old just a few weeks ago, and you know, one could say, oh, you know, he's old, maybe he should be staying, relaxing, but he said, no, I have to come here and support our Hungarian brothers, as I always do. So it makes me very proud that we have such men and such people amongst us. And he was not just a Polish soldier, but a Polish partisan, a cursed soldier, as we call them in Polish. And each year we have the march for the cursed soldiers in March. And I'm so happy that Sylvia and many of you are attending this march, and I hope that I will be able to see you and your friends at our next celebration. And for half a year he was hiding in woods and fighting with his partisan group against the communists, which is something remarkable. Imagine living in the cold woods for 1 day, 1 week, half a year, with your weapon being hunted. So I asked Sergiusz, let's go together. He said, yes, it will be a great honor for me to support the Hungarians. And he told me, last time I met the Hungarians was during the Second World War, maybe 1944, or just at the very end, 45 maybe beginning. And we were with our partisan units next to the rail tracks, and we knew that the Nazis were sending support to their army fighting in the east. And we jumped a train and we thought these are Germans. But what happened, it was actually Hungarians sending that support. And when the Hungarians saw the Poles, they suddenly put down their weapons and said, Polak Węgier, dwa bratanki. And they fell into each other's arms and they said, we don't want to do what we are doing. We want to join your Polish partisan unit. Can we please join you? Because we want to fight Polish and a Hungarian right next to each other. Of course, unfortunately, that was not allowed for others to join these partisan groups. So they were only Polish. But Sergiusz said, these were our Hungarian brothers. We couldn't hurt them. They just took the supplies and said, guys, good luck. Let's hope the war ends so we can sit together and drink palinka one day. So, and then he said today, they were lucky. So these are the stories that we have from the people amongst us. And I believe it is very beautiful how we are continuing this friendship above all. We live in very difficult times, not as difficult as the war, but the propaganda and the system that is being imposed on us today, it's even more trickier, because then, during the war, we could finger our enemy, point him and say, we are fighting him. But today we don't know where the enemy is. And the enemy is the international liberalism that is killing our traditions. Because what does liberalism stand for? It's a beautiful ideology, believing in individuals and giving freedoms, and this is what it should be, but it has been turned into something malicious and negative today. A liberal should say, you are a conservative? Very good. I respect your opinion, even though I may disagree with it. But today, when we hear that we are conservatives, that we believe in our countries and nations, they say, we will crush you. And it's something very scary. And but our nations are stronger than that. Some very unpleasant people from Brussels are threatening our countries with sanctions, with other sort of threats. Bureaucrats that do not believe in our values, they do not believe in God, they do not believe in nation, they don't believe in country, they do not believe in freedom, even though they say they do. We are stronger than them. And I met over the summer, I met a Hungarian girl working in your Ministry of Foreign Affairs. And she said, thank you so much that Poland is so conservative today. And I asked, why? She said, because the bureaucrats from Brussels, they're not picking on us so much, but they pick on you now. So we have a bit of a better time for the moment. It's funny, but it's also sad. But despite that, we must stand together, and in these times we need to support one another even stronger. And it's even more important because everything is at risk, even though we are not at war, we are not during any uprising. This is not the time to fight, but what we must do is we must fight for our values. It is the struggle that the people who have participated in those battles are telling us about it, and something that we have to continue. I know there's some other speeches today, so I do not want to continue for too long. For a moment when you said that you will be speaking English and Hungarian, I thought, okay, I'll give you a revenge, so I will speak in Polish only. but I'm glad that we have a language to understand each other and speak about this love that Poles and Hungarians have for each other, had for each other, and will have for each other forever. Köszönöm.
Köszönöm szépen, thank you. And I'm very glad that you had this speech in English, not in Polish. So it means us so much. And thank you very much for this great speech. I couldn't say it better, but I'm not a great speaker. So I would like to ask our next speaker, István Bozó, to say a few words. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Hello everybody, and welcome to our Polish friends. I'm very happy that we are here together. It means a lot to me that not only Hungarians standing here, but our Polish friends as well. In the meantime, I would like to apologize, but I'm gonna speak in Hungarian because my messages will be very important to our people, and I'm afraid my English is not good enough to make this quite long speech in English, so I really do apologize, but I just want to make again a very huge thank you for you to coming to celebrate with us, remembering for the 1956 freedom fighters. Szóval köszönöm szépen mindenkinek, hogy eljöttek, nagyon szépen köszönöm a Magvetőknek, hogy meghívtak erre az eseményre. Nagyon fontosnak tartom, hogy mindenki úgy érezze, kötelességünk megemlékezni a hősökről, mert addig, míg őket nem felejtjük, mindig lesznek újak. Kezdeném a beszédet Senki a forradalom című versével. Amikor a